Hey everybody, Captain B-Nard back here with another Wi-Fi battle. Exciting day today because, as promised, I do have another new team, which we will get into in just a second here. But our first match with that team today is going to be against Taelor. So yeah, there is the new team on the left-hand side there. A bunch of familiar faces, although some Pokemon that we have not used in quite some time here. So we do have stuff like the Hitmonlee and the Moltres, which we've used a little more recently here on YouTube. But then we have stuff like the Metagross, Serperior, and Alolan Muck, which we have not used in quite a long time. And then we actually have one Pokemon we've never used, that being the Terrapagos. That is a brand new Pokemon from the Indigo Disc DLC, the Indigo Disc itself, actually. So, yeah, looking at the opponent's team, looks to be very powerful, very interesting looking team there. So, what do I want to lead with here? It's a good question. Not a lot of time to choose. I think we'll just go with the Terrapagos, actually. And we'll go ahead and see how that works out. So, got another new look, new Pokeball throwing style too, actually, and we're ready to go. So, there he is, and he's going to go ahead and lead with the Lycanroc Dusk form as we lead with the Terrapagos. Or is it? Because it could be that Hisuian Zoroark. Can't forget about that. So, I think what we want to do here right out of the gate is I kind of want to just get a Stealth Rock up, just to kind of scout and see what this thing could be planning for us. So yeah, we'll just go ahead and go for the Stealth Rock, get the entry hazard up. This thing does go for the Taunt, unfortunately, predicting our status move, so obviously we can't use the Stealth Rock after that, so that sucks. Definitely did not work out for us turn one there. So I think what we'll do now is we'll do what we probably should have done turn one and just go for the Earth Power, as this thing is going to go for a Stealth Rock of its own. Go ahead and get the entry hazard up on us as we go ahead and go for the Earth Power. And we are max special attack, so it's just going to go ahead and one-shot this thing outright, which is pretty incredible, and knock him down to 5. So unfortunately, he did get the hazard up on us, so that's not the best, but we'll just kind of have to deal with it as we don't have a way to remove it. So we'll see what he wants to come in with in response here. It is going to be the Volcarona, or is it, once again, could be the Hisuian Zoroark. So we definitely have to be careful of that. I would just go straight for the Terra Star Storm, but if it is the Hisuian Zoroark, it's not going to do anything because it's a part Ghost type. So I think what we do here is we actually just Earth Power again, so that's what we're going to do. As this thing does go for a Quiver Dance, it is unfortunately going to be the real Volcarona, as it gets that special attack, special defense, and speed increase. We go for the Earth Power at max special attack. Doesn't do a whole lot of damage, unfortunately, and we do get rid of the Taunt, which is nice. But now we're in a situation where I don't 100% know what we can do. This thing could Quiver Dance again, which would be pretty problematic. There's not a lot we can do. I think we kind of just have to stay in and hit this thing as hard as possible with a Terra Star Storm, so that's what we're going to do, as this thing does go for a Bug Buzz. Now, we do have the Terra Shell ability, which is going to go ahead and make any attack that hits us from full HP not very effective, so we take it pretty well, go for that Terra Star Storm, does a ton of damage to this thing, knocking it down to about a third HP, which is great, and then we do get some HP back with the leftovers. So we really have no choice but to try and tank another one of those, I think, so that's exactly what we're going to do, just go for another Terra Star Storm. They go for another Bug Buzz. Can we take it? Yes! With 3 HP, Terrapagos hangs on, goes for the next Terra Star Storm, takes out the Volcarona and knocks him down to 4. So that was pretty incredible for us. Terrapagos hung on there and came through for us, got the job done, and that is awesome as we do get some HP back with the leftovers. However, I don't think that's going to matter as we are so weakened that now pretty much anything can pick us off. So he is going to go ahead then and come in with the Blaziken, so obviously that's not great. And once again, or is it the Blaziken? Could be the Hisuian Zoroark again, obviously. So we're just going to go ahead and go for the Earth Power here, as this thing does just go for a Flamethrower to finish us off and knock us down to 5. Now, no speed boost. Okay, so I'm pretty sure that's the Hisuian Zoroark, honestly, because we did not see speed boost. So with that information, we're going to go ahead and come in with the Alolan Muck. So there's that, and we do take the Stealth Rock damage there. So I think we just go ahead and go for the knockoff here. That's our play. We go for the knockoff because I'm pretty sure this thing is going to be the Hisuian Zoroark based on the fact that it used a special attack and it didn't have speed boost. But not having speed boost is really more of the indicator to me, as why would you not have speed boost on Blaziken? So he is actually going to go for the Hyper Voice here, revealing it is the Hisuian Zoroark for sure. Takes us down to about half, pops a Throat Spray to increase the special attack, but we do see through the illusion and go for a knockoff here, which is going to go ahead and reveal, of course, the Hisuian Zoroark, but it is going to be enough to go ahead and one-shot that thing outright, of course, and knock him down to 3 Pokemon as we get more HP back with the Black Sludge. So that's pretty incredible for us. Glad we were able to predict through the Hisuian Zoroark there. That definitely could have been a sticky situation for us, but definitely we're able to come out on top of that particular situation, which is of course great. So we'll see what he wants to bring in here. In response, it is going to be the Jolteon. So that thing's coming in, and it does have an air balloon, which is good to note. So that means that obviously ground attack cannot touch it. So he's got the Jolteon, the real Blaziken, and the Gliscor left at this point. So I think our best play here is probably just to go ahead and we actually have a couple options here. We could knock off, we could Drain Punch to try and get some more longevity on the Muck. We could Poison Jab for max damage. But I think the knockoff is still the best play, so we're going to go for that straight away, as he is going to go straight for a Thunderbolt here, and we can take it. We survive in the red with about a quarter HP. Go for the knockoff. It does massive damage to the Jolteon, getting rid of the air balloon in the process, which is great. And then we do get some HP back with the Black Sludge once again. So this Jolteon may well be within Shadow Sneak range at this point, so I think there's no reason for us not to just go for it, so that's what we're going to do. And we'll see what he wants to do. He does stay in. There's the Shadow Sneak. Is it enough? Yes, it is enough to go ahead and finish that Jolteon off, knocking him down to 2 Pokemon, which is pretty incredible for us, as we do get some HP back with the Black Sludge once again. So Alolan Muck really putting in the work here, which is pretty awesome for us. So now he's going to go ahead and come in with the Blaziken. And so this is the real Blaziken, obviously. We're just going to go ahead and Poison Jab, trying to get as much damage as possible here. No reason not to. It does outspeed us and go for a Protect, though, to ensure the speed boost, as obviously Poison Jab not going to touch this thing thanks to the Protect. And so, yeah, we do get more HP back with the Black Sludge, though I don't think it'll be enough to take an attack, as this thing does get its first speed boost. So I think we just Poison Jab here again. I don't think there's any reason not to, as he does just go for the close combat here, and sure enough, we won't be able to take one from that range, unfortunately, as the Alolan Muck goes down, and we go down to 4 Pokemon. This thing does take some defense drops and some Life Orb recoil damage as well, which is good, as it also gets a speed boost. So the question here is, what kind of coverage might he have for the Moltres? So I think our play here is to just go ahead and come in with the Moltres, so that's what we're going to do. So there it is. And so I think this thing obviously hasn't terra'd yet, so I think we're going to go ahead and we're just going to go for an air slash here to see what he wants to do. He'll definitely outspeed us, obviously, but we'll see if we can try to get some big damage on this thing. He does outspeed us. He goes for a Flare Blitz. I'm guessing it might be the best attack for the Moltres. Still does half to us, which is pretty crazy. He does take some recoil from the move and from the Life Orb. We go for the Air Slash in return. It is enough to go ahead and take that Blaziken out and knock him down to just one Pokemon, which is pretty incredible for us. So now he is going to go ahead and come in with the Gliscor. It is his last Pokemon here. And so I think what we're going to do, he hasn't terra'd yet, so knowing that, I think what we're actually going to do this turn is we're going to go ahead and Roost to take a turn to try and scout this thing, as he actually goes for a Swords Dance, interestingly enough, so that's going to go ahead and give him a sharp attack increase, so that's not good. He did outspeed us as well, which is not good. We do get the Roost off, though, which is going to go ahead and put us back to full HP, as this thing does get poisoned with the Toxic Orb as well. So not the best of situations to be in here for us, now that this thing is at +2 attack. But all we can really do, I think, is this thing obviously, again, could Terra, which could be a huge problem for us. A lot of times they are Terra Water, but at the same time, it's not really going to matter if he goes Terra Water here anyway, because he does outspeed us, so we're just going to go for the Fire Blast, as indeed he is going to go ahead and bust out the Terra here, and if I were a betting man, I would say it's going to be Terra Water, and sure enough, it is Terra Water on the Gliscor, so that's obviously a big problem. So there's the Terra Water Gliscor, as he goes for a Facade, interestingly enough. It's not enough to take us out as we go for the Fire Blast in return. Does do some solid damage to that thing, despite being resisted, and then he does get some HP back with the Poison Heal. So unfortunately, there's not much we can do here, because we know he's going to outspeed us, so we're just going to go ahead and Air Slash this turn. But I don't think it's going to matter, as this thing does unfortunately outspeed us, and he does go for the knockoff, which will be more than enough to go ahead and finish the Moltres off, dropping us down to 3. So definitely not great. Does get rid of our heavy duty boots, which doesn't matter, and Poison Heal going to put this thing back close to full. So we're definitely in a little bit of a predicament here. How do we want to handle this is the question. We have a couple of options to try and get the job done. I think option number one. How do we do this? I think option number one is going to be I think it's going to be the Hitmonlee, actually. So we're going to go for option number one is going to be the Hitmonlee. So we're going to come in with Hitmonlee. We do take some damage from the Stealth Rock, so we're going to go ahead and fake this thing out. We're going to pop the strategy that we have with our Hitmonlee, which is of course going to be the good old Normal Gem Fake Out strategy. So we go for the Fake Out. Normal Gem is going to pop, and it is going to go ahead and increase Fake Out's power. It does some chip damage to this thing. We get the mandatory flinch. And of course, that is going to go ahead and activate our Unburden to double our speed. This thing does get some more Poison Heal recovery there, but now we're going to go ahead and go straight for the Close Combat to try and inflict massive damage to this thing. So there's the Close Combat. It's not enough to get the KO by any stretch, unfortunately. Knocks him below half, which is good. We do take some defense drops there, and now this thing goes for Facade to finish the Hitmonlee off, knocking us down to 2 Pokemon, and then he does get some Poison Heal recovery once again. So it looks like, unfortunately, as I kind of initially had thought, this game is going to just kind of come down to Superior. So we're going to go ahead and come in with the Superior. We do take the Stealth Rock damage. Now we have to hope that we can outspeed this thing and hope that we can hit it with a Leaf Storm. That's really our only option here. So we're going to do just that and see what happens. As we do outspeed, Leaf Storm incoming from that range, it will definitely be enough to go ahead and finish that Gliscor off. And that is game. So we are going to win that one 2-0 against Taelor. But that was a really good match, actually. Very close, very competitive. All around solid game there. And so, yeah, just a really good one. So, that's it. Thanks for watching again, everybody. Hope you all enjoyed. Please hit that like button, leave a comment, and or subscribe if you did enjoy, and stay tuned for more new battles in the future. So, that's it, and we'll see you next time.